Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, Cerulean. Hey, everybody. That is Faith No More, some classic 90s butt rock. That song is called Midlife Crisis, because that is definitely the stage we're in here. It's the Lazy Sunday. I'm going to be on That Being Said later on today. I've got a video I need to make, so I probably shouldn't be on the show, but you know, duty calls. Oh, I'm sorry. Duty calls. I have to be on. That being said, I have to talk about the latest shenanigans. Gunda videos about Borderlands, the worst movie of the year, possibly the worst movie of all time. But I'm going to be editing this. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, so I'm going to be working on this tomorrow, as well as making some extra money on the side. You know, the side hustle. Hopefully I'll be able to make enough to get my goofy toys, like my VR headset. That'll be fun. We can do some VR streaming. That'll be a blast. Save my morning. Hey, Chris Roccoon. The saga that follows this one will be interesting. Yeah, if you can't wait for this saga to see where it all pans out, there are plenty of video games out there you could be playing. Go out there, play some video games, and when you come back, this saga will be in full effect. But now we're just in this sort of weird build-up phase. Let's start where it all ends. DSP's on Twitter. Last night, I went hard. Like trolls made me hard. It's the best streak all over again. Yeah, I guess. Are we gonna have like the anniversary of when I went hard? Are we gonna have like celebrations where he bitches about his trolls again? Last night, my trolls made me hard, and it was glorious. Enjoy my latest highlight clip as the King Felt's duties, hate army of morons. Yeah, I'm resisting. I wanted to, I felt like just replying. Yeah, he went hard R. He definitely went hard R. We're calling out like detractors by name on Twitter. What was all that about? You were on with the Kino Queens, and they were telling you not to give attention to the trolls because you had learned from the mistakes of Rich Review Tech. I guess not. I guess we're just gonna give them shout outs. Oh boy. I guess we can take a look at this clip. I don't know. That'd be giving him a view. We have a lot to go over. We can need him suplex. Kind of like reminds me of the ego boost when the SOK died. Well, that's the difference is that like that actually represented a change in what happened with the detractors. There's no change happening here. Like there is no turning of the tide. There is no like wave of negativity swelling up and crashing down upon us. Like there's none of that. Like we're the exact same ways we were last week. We're just laughing even harder. What the fuck are you doing? This guy is super cringe. DSP's most loyal subject. Look at this thumbnail. We're gonna be talking all about it. On That Being Said, the return stream of That Being Said after his vacation. His comments turning on or backfiring. Yeah. Like I kind of want to reply and just with LOL, because like this is the only reaction you're getting. You strive me to be as cool as you, man. Like everyone is just gassing him up. It's so goofy. Oh yeah, Derek failed his driving test because he's literally retarded. Like that person should not be on the road. Romance trolls. Uh, like this isn't even like Kino Casino energy. This is the Ethan Ralph energy that the Kino Casino mocks and parodies. But undiagnosed autist DSP doesn't get it. He doesn't get anything. But we have other clips to go through. We have a lot of other drama, including crazy stuff. This is 47 seconds. This is the our intro clip.
It's the guy from The Office. No, and from Hangover.
What?
It's the guy from Hangover.
Seth Rogen?
No.
Zach Galifianakis?
No. The one with the missing tooth.
Pippa?
What? They keep doing this to me! They keep doing this to me! I was brushing my teeth and Sakana and Clara walking! I didn't say anything. Sakana did all this. I was just minding my business.
And Sakana's like, why are you brushing your teeth for so long? You don't have that many.
Everybody, make sure to
That is pretty funny. Let me get rid of this color key filter. You don't have... Poor Pippa. Poor Pippa and her neat teeth. This dude made a video, this weird looking dude with these perfectly circular glasses. I didn't really plan on talking about this, but I left a comment being like, how much money have you given to Phil? And he hasn't replied. So chances are, like any other pay pig, he's embarrassed by the amount of money he gave Phil. But I don't know. Let's wait for a reply. This is chill for us. This guy's a pay pig. Anyways, Club Doom. What is it? This one. Explore with us body cam of Christian.
Wait, check. Spirit, Bell, Ear, Dimension.
Rewind.
Is there anybody else in the room? Wait, check. Spirit, Bell, Ear, Dimension.
Is the Magic Chan in the room with us?
Spirit, don't.
Followers. Yeah, those are trolls. They're following me from the internet. Do not report this.
I think that's real. Oh my God, what is this?
Shasachu, your goddess blue hearts. Okay. It's happening now. We're on the very last thread.
What? They're everywhere.
Shout out the kill stream!
We're surrounded.
What began as a routine arrest on August 1st, 2021 in Henrico, Virginia, quickly spiraled into a surprising spectacle in the parking lot of a Regency Inn hotel. The focus of the unexpected attention was internet personality known as Chris Chan. This never-before-seen footage was obtained and first released by Iwu, and reveals a behind-the-scenes look at the day that took thousands of online observers by storm.
Is that Jesus?
Help us. Look, hurry, get out.
What the heck is going on right now?
Why are these fat, retarded, gun-ridden rednecks yelling at
County
us?
Police Department cautiously approached the second-floor hotel room. They prepare themselves in case
Why
a
is that
possible
retard screaming
altercation
about
waits
the
for them
pill
behind
stream?
The door.
She's right here. No, gotta unlock it.
Behind the door.
She's right here.
Cops. Fucking paused cops. We have to, or else we'll get suspended without pay. We have to call him a she.
No, gotta unlock it.
That's what our HR department told us.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello! What a beautiful woman you are. Anyways, you're under arrest, fucking freak.
Hey, what's
For
your
fucking your mother.
name?
Hi, I'm Christine Chandler.
Okay, can you come out for a second?
Ma'am.
What's the situation?
What's that? You got a warrant for your arrest, all right? Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay, well hold on, let me call my lawyer, Magic-chan.
What's that? You got a warrant for your arrest, all right? Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Now hold on.
You're not gonna do that. You're not fight. You will get tased.
Okay, well, listen, I will comply, but I'd like to clear up I'd like to come back with my things.
We'll get that all straight. Yeah, we'll get it all straight.
And what about my van? And I'd like
The fucking... The autistic stress eye always gets me.
Yeah, we'll get it all straight.
Oh man, I'm in trouble now, aren't I? Rock bottom.
I'd like to clear up I'd like to come back with my things.
We'll get that all straight. Yeah, we'll get it all straight.
And what about my van? And I'd like to put my shoes on, please.
Yeah, sure, of course. We'll get there.
Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Into my shoes. Magic Chan, Chriselle, Savannah.
While these words may seem insignificant to the officers, they carry a profound significance for Chris, which will be explained later.
He's fucking crazy.
You're just being detained right now until I can
Savannah, where are you?
Hang tight.
The officers have received
Carry
reports of
me
some
out of the
very
ceiling.
disturbing allegations against Chris, but nothing prepares them for the events that are about to unfold.
Sit down right here.
Okay, I will sit down.
I will. Okay, I'll do it.
Over there.
Okay.
Is there anyone else in the room with you?
Anybody else in the room?
Spirit, well, interdimensionally, you can't tangibly see them.
Physical person. Is there a physical person in the room with you?
What a fucking freak.
Originating from this universe? No. I need to stand with my shoes on. I don't have any such time doing it this way. I am complying, and that's my son. That's my son. Keys over there.
favor.
Your keys to your car?
Keys to the van, and yeah, my wallet's in my bag over there, the brown bag.
What, this bag?
Yes.
Can I look in it?
And you grab something. Oh, that's one of my rings.
I know. Can I look through? Can I get your bag out of here?
Careful, it's
I've
filled
done
with
that.
magical
Go ahead, do
power.
everything that's in the room.
Go ahead and look at everything that's in the room.
Go ahead. You have my permission.
Okay.
Just slip them on. They're going to give you flip-flops when you get down to the jail.
Okay, well, I identify as female, and I would appreciate if I was respected as such. It even says so on my driver's license, female.
Fuck you.
Just making sure.
As one officer searches through Chris's belongings,
So you raped your own catatonic mother. So another win for the T community.
he quickly makes an interesting discovery.
Where's your wallet at?
Oh,
Don't come over here.
It's the duct tape wallet.
Okay.
On the outside?
Here it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we know what duct tape is,
Okay.
ma'am.
Alright, let's grab a seat.
Okay.
No, grab a seat right there for me.
Oh, my bad.
Do you want all this to go with you? Like your wallet? Or you just want your ID to go with you and your cell phone?
I'd like. Can you put
yeah,
everything
my wallet
in a
and my
box?
cell phone is over there in front of the tarot deck box.
Yeah, I got a cell phone right here.
Oh, that's my secondary phone.
That's your secondary phone?
That's my burner
Two
phone.
phones, one for the trolls and one for my home.
How many phones do you need?
One for the bullies, one for my friends.
One for the bullies, one for my.
And a song.
Yeah, Kevin Gates.
Yeah, it's a bully
There you
phone.
go.
Yeah.
That way, people who don't like me,
Nah.
they can use this
That's a
phone.
popular one. He's a fine gentleman.
It is popular.
Suddenly, a keen-eyed
What did
officer
he say?
Bullies, one for my friends. You think I need two phones? And a song.
Yeah, Kevin Gates.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to this music guy.
Nah, that's a popular one.
I've never heard of it. Guess I'm not a country fan. Got two phones. I'm guessing that either has something to do with drugs or cheating on your wife.
He's a fine gentleman.
Oh, it's a rap.
It is popular.
Suddenly, a keen-eyed officer spots something happening outside, which sets him on edge.
Are you waiting for somebody to come to your room or something?
Wow. No, I was not. I was only waiting for the deputy that I talked with earlier today from the sheriff's office in Rutgersville.
Okay. Alright. You're not waiting for like anybody else though? Any friends or anything?
I have nobody else.
Not that you can see. I'm surrounded by spirits, but you can't see them. The dimensional merge has not yet happened.
The reason I'm asking is because
It's gonna happen any minute now. One for the plug and one for the hose.
there's a car up there and there's two gentlemen staring at us.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. I didn't know if you're
Yeah.
waiting for someone to come over or whatever.
Yeah, see? Yeah, stand up. I just want to look out. I'll just
It's a sure.
I was not waiting for anybody. I was not waiting.
They're standing up there by the gas station. You know those people?
That's curious.
I'm just asking. I don't want anyone rolling up on me.
While Chris doesn't
it's his posse waiting to break him out of the custody. It's like fucking Payday. They're gonna break into the police van and free him. It's just Ralph of my way, bitches. Hear any of you cops female? Cause then I'll punch you. Male cops not so much, but lady cops, I'll take you all on at the same time. The men though, get away. I'm scared.
recognize the strangers gathering to watch them from a distance, there may be a reason for their unnerving presence.
Okay, well, I was
They're actually retarded.
I question them because I am famous and infamous on the internet, so they may be video.
This is what Ralph is just portrayed by normies. Just autistic star fuckers obsessed with an internet tea. I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Cool.
From what we know about Ethan Ralph, he is fetishizing,
internet, so
I'm recording you as well.
Well, that's. I figured that much.
Not
This online rapist has attracted orbiters of a certain personality.
readily accepting Chris's explanation, the officers try to work out their own alternate explanation
Oh
for the
my
curious
God.
spectators.
Yeah, they still are.
Yeah, they're
There's
gay.
nothing illegal.
They're really
in the
gay
nothing
and
illegal.
cringe.
Please feel free. I have nothing.
It's got a very military style haircut. I wonder if it's Greene County.
Baby blue Yaris.
Maybe it's a rental.
Hey, it's good.
That would be something Greene County. I mean, I know there's a lot of agencies that use rentals for surveillance. I mean, like staring.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked her. Since considered. He's there all the time. He's still right as we walk up. I didn't see him there before.
They shrug it off for now, but it will soon become apparent that these observers have surprising intentions that none of the officers could have predicted.
Christian, what do you know about Josh Moon? What do you know about the functionality of his penis?
So you talked to the Greene County Sheriff's Office today?
Yes.
Did they call you or did you reach out to them?
I reached out to them. I wanted to make sure my dog and cats back at home were safe and taken care of.
I guess, so the warrant itself is not a surprise. You know there was an investigation, all that?
Yes,
Okay,
there was
got
an
it.
investigation. Yes, I am
Okay.
aware of the situation.
Okay. Did they say that they were coming to Richmond?
Yes, they said they were coming to Richmond. And my vehicle, in case it wasn't obvious, is the blue Dodge Caravan out there.
Yeah.
Its license plate says Sanchu on it.
Magichan Sonichu, a blend of the characters Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog, is a
Oh my God. It's so surreal listening to that voice talk about Christian Magichan Sonichu is a combination of Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog.
character from Chris's hand-drawn graphic novel series. Sonichu may be more than just a drawing, however, as you'll soon hear from Chris.
Oh my God, look at all those fucking pills. How medicated was this fucker? This motherfucker.
However,
Good God. Modern pharmaceuticals has been a disaster for society. I don't know. Maybe it's all just like ibuprofen and Tylenol.
as you'll
Fucking like anti-inflammatories or something. I don't know. Who knows what it could be?
soon hear from Chris how this character blurs the line between fiction and reality.
So just so you're aware, right now we're just confirming the warrant through Greene County, okay? That's why I said you're detained. Once they say that the
Okay,
paper,
copy, look out.
once they say the paper's in
He's trying to fight the infection of his gash wound.
hand, the actual arrest warrant, then you're gonna be under arrest, okay? Okay. Well, you didn't at first, but I'm glad you did.
It caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, that was kind of the point a little bit.
Meanwhile, the evolving situation outside still has the officers on high alert.
Still fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really retarded.
You want to go up there?
They're really
I can't tell if
autistic.
it's recording or. I wish I could read the tag.
Oh, this is the body cam footage from his initial arrest from a couple years ago at this point. Crazy to think. This is from 9 hours ago. 500,000 views already. This is from Explore With Us, very popular true crime YouTube channel.
That's one. I just stare back at them.
Yeah.
I need a moment.
You stare at me, I'll stare at you, bitch.
Pardon my flatulence.
I'm internet famous. Oh,
So you want to take your necklaces off and stuff like that?
Ralph was on Twitter the other day calling out Josh Moon for some fucking reason. I don't even know. But people were making fun of his stupid effeminate southern I don't know what even to call it. You know what it is. I'm Ethan Ralph. This guy's voice is fucking awful. And he replies, I've never heard your voice because you're a nobody. The guy replies, on the internet I am a nobody. And wouldn't want it any other way. You have a terrible show, bruh. You're not famous. Relax. Your voice is garbage. It's not that big a deal. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off this voice. I'll keep it. Thanks, though. Where did all the money go? Some ungrateful bitch. Okay. I made a bunch of money and then I gave it to somebody I hate. I hate the person who has all my money. I raised a bunch of money and then I gave it to someone I don't even like. Cool. What a winner.
That or
You're gonna take them off when you get.
yeah, you gotta take them off when you get to the jail.
Okay, but okay.
This is the energy that
Since they're not-
DSP is
the only thing they
channeling.
allow are like crosses for like religion.
Okay, well, if I may speak, the Sonichu-shaped medallion, the big yellow thing at the bottom there,
It's
that
cursed.
is
Don't
my
go near
cross.
it.
So
Okay, I don't know if they'll allow that one.
and it protects me greatly. So
Oh yeah, it's doing a good job.
I am willing to take off the other two, but I really need the medallion.
Or else
Okay.
bad
Well, I'm
things
just
will
letting you know that
happen.
when you get down to the jail, if you go to jail, once the warrants are confirmed, that you may not be able to keep it. Okay. Just let you know.
All right, but that is my cross.
Okay.
Let that go on the record. The Sonichu medallion.
Yeah, Officer Christian will tell him.
Back outside,
His name is Christian
the situation
too?
appears to be escalating, and officers are caught in a dilemma about how to handle it.
I kind of want to have you go up there and see what they're doing. Like, it's not as an informed person.
I mean, I want to go address them, but at the same time, they can kind of do that, but they're not obstructing at this point.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, they're just. What a winner.
Yeah.
Really beating those allegations.
At this point.
What a shame.
You know what I mean? When we don't need to, we can just
Okay.
go about our day. My heart's telling me to because I want to, but at the end of the day.
I know. Sassy Nick wants to, but Sassy Nick wants to, but Officer Nick does not.
Right.
What?
Because my approach would be like, "Can I help you?"
God, what is with these cops?
That's what I would say, and I know turn it over.
Yeah.
Chris takes this moment to deliver a puzzling warning to the officers.
By the way, if any of y'all has been feeling a punch-like sensation on your leg, that is my husband.
My pretend spirit husband has been punching y'all in the leg for being mean to me. I don't know if y'all can feel it, but I apologize. He's very emotional right now. He's probably attacking your spirit right now. If you're feeling any pain, I apologize. He's just very upset by what's going on.
There's a chance Sonichu, right on the opposite side of the universe fail.
Oh my god.
Stop this!
Oh, Chris. Was he made this way? Was he born this way? I don't know. What kind of trolling makes someone so deranged to this point that wasn't already there to begin with?
He's punching you all.
He's punching you all. Just a gentle punch. He's just attacking you out of love, because he loves me, and he loves you.
He is here.
Okay.
Did you feel like he punched you first?
Yeah, so I didn't, but you know.
Punch him hard, hubby.
Yeah.
Hey, you good?
With the arrest warrant finally confirmed, the officers are ready to move Chris to the waiting police cruiser. What should have been a simple task quickly takes a shocking turn, and things escalate in a way they clearly didn't expect.
All right, let's head on out.
You ready?
You good?
We're gonna go.
Okay.
Let's hold on out.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
May I have my earpiece tucked behind my ear, just please?
Yeah, we can take care of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did.
Very well.
This way.
I'm gonna stay recording while we get to the vehicles in case these people address us.
Okay. You don't know any of these people?
I do not know those people, and I.
Okay.
Yeah, those are trolls. They're following me from the internet. Do not record this.
Do not record this. Don't call anyone.
Followers.
I think it's real.
Oh my God, what is this?
What's up, man?
Tell me more about Josh
happening
Boone's
right now?
penis, please. I need to know about his penis. What do you know?
Trending on the internet.
Yep, that's Ethan Ralph. screaming like a hollering hog, making the cops want to draw guns. Tell us all about his penis. I need to know. I will die sad and lonely if I don't receive more information about Josh Boone's penis.
They're gonna post this online.
Though this prediction comes close, the footage will go even more viral than Chris imagines.
Appreciate it. I wasn't convinced that those were like internet fans, but that confirms it.
There you go. I mean, Google Chris Chan or Sonichu, and there you go. I've been infamous and famous.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh, look at you. What a special little woman or whatever.
Where'd you see him at?
Bark, motherfucker!
I'm complying. I am complying. I am good like this. And I am Chris Chan Sonichu, your goddess blue heart, and I continue to stand strong, and I maintain everything with Quickfill and my Sonichus and Rose shoes and everybody. You're lost about 3,000 people right now. How do you breathe?
Let's not talk to them, okay?
Yeah, I keep in good faith. Everything is going to work out.
Uh-huh.
Let's not talk to them.
I feel,
Hey, shut up. Can you, like, shut up?
One moment at a time, and I got my loves.
I've got my
While Chris
loves.
maintains a positive attitude in the face of uncertainty, the officers can't help but be increasingly amused by the attention and the seemingly growing crowd.
What? They're everywhere. I told you that. We're surrounded.
Go ahead, frisk me.
I'm searching you, not frisking you.
Gross. Can you please frisk me?
What?
What?
I'm searching you, not frisking you.
Well, it's offering you the option there.
You can frisk me if you want to. My door is open for you, sir.
What the heck is going on right now? This is the most wild call for service I've ever been on.
You have anything else on you?
I have nothing else on me.
They're going to scan you into jail, and if there's anything on you, you'll hold it back.
I understand.
A little nugget of weed is felony.
I have no weed. I have no drugs I'm consuming on me. Like I said, frisk me. There you go. That felt good.
Oh my god.
Why, I told you I could make it rain.
Pardon? That felt good. Oh my god. Okay, ma'am, get on your knees. This will only hurt for a second.
Why?
Let's have a seat.
Okay. It's happening now. We're on the very last thread. It's happening right now.
Why are you yelling?
We're living it. Dimensional merge, baby. If you,
Dimensional merge, baby.
Have a
We're
seat.
gonna meet him
Have a
very
seat.
soon.
I bet you're never working overtime for us again.
Oh, certainly will. Let's just wait.
Why are they putting him in the front seat?
With Chris now secured in custody and the tension from the crowd finally easing, two of the officers are more than ready to put the bizarre encounter behind them.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Thank you, officers. I'm the student.
All right, can we go eat now?
Yeah, 100%.
But the unusual day isn't over for the officer tasked with driving Chris to the police station. And as you'll witness, Chris has so much more left to share.
Oh boy.
Oh, celebrity scandals, all of that.
Yes, I am a celebrity.
Blowing it out of the water.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm
Okay.
famous and all.
And over a month from now, the next celebrity scandal is going to happen.
Okay.
And they'll be all
Okay.
over that.
All right.
You
Yeah.
may recognize or know my comic books
I have traveled over the
and my
years.
sparkling and creations and discoveries
I've
of the
discovered.
Sonichu and Rosechu Pokemon species.
Okay.
I'm not aware of that.
I don't know anything about that. Okay.
Give you a little bit of homework for research.
So let me. Oh my god. Actually, I would prefer it if you would be quiet.
On your own time, then that's okay.
Yeah.
But essentially, I am a decent and good individual.
Yes, that's why you raped your own mother, and that's why you're under arrest for. I am good. I am good person. Okay. Well, thanks. Notoriously, people are really bad at self-qualification in that regard.
I believe in everything that is right and
I
positive.
believe in the goodness.
And I am literally a goddess.
Right. Okay, so just like fly out of the cop car right now because I'm tired of dealing with you. If that's true, can you just like use your goddess powers and just like fuck off? I'll put it in my report. This fat, idiot, weird-looking Spurg who raped his mother claimed to be a goddess and then just like crashed to the top of the cop car and fucked off. That's my official report.
I am literally a goddess, and that will be proven in the near days to come. As
Narrator. It was in fact not proven in the days to come.
we are on the completion of the dimension merge, where the universe half that was divided in 1380s by order of King Arthur.
Oh no. Don't bring the Fate series into this. Astoria didn't have anything to do with this.
He ordered Merlin and 2 other magicians
Chris. Okay, Saber identifies as a female. You want people to respect your pronouns? You gotta respect hers too.
to remove and banish all dragons, unicorns, and other quote-unquote mythical creatures and overpowered individuals. And thus we were separated and transported into from what was originally called Universe 1C211987.
Chris dives into an astonishing account of multiple universes where fictional characters coexist, many of whom may sound quite familiar.
You have everybody there. You have Superman, you have Mickey Mouse, you have Iron Man, you have Darkwing Duck, you have the infinite possibilities.
I have a lot of questions, Chris. So in this alternate universe where Superman and Iron Man exist, why would the Justice League and the Avengers be 2 different superhero groups? If they all exist in the same universe, wouldn't people from the DC universe be in the Avengers and people from the Marvel universe be in the Justice League? I don't know. I didn't really think about it that far. Oh. This whole world just falls apart. Oh, what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, does it?
You even have Ratchet and Clank.
Cool.
You have the Super Mario Brothers. And you have Sonic. You have
Wow.
Link. You have everybody.
Wow, that sounds really
Everybody,
autistic.
You name it, they're there. And of course, especially Sonic Shoes and Rose Shoes and all.
It's called the
other
Avengers
Pokemon
League.
known and yet to be known in all of existence.
So you're saying Pokemon's are going to come back to this, where we're at right now?
Yes.
Cool. My wife plays Pokemon Go, so it's like her game, but in real life. That's awesome. Do you want a lawyer?
Among others, like I said, if Batman or actually, let me ask you, who is your favorite superhero?
Is this how he like attracts impressionable young kids? Like, who's your favorite superhero? Imagine if they're totally 100% real. Whoa, my favorite superhero is real? Yeah, and just a next door universe. This is right next to us. And if you believe in me, they'll come into our universe.
I'd probably go with Spider-Man.
He's gonna come around.
Yay! You like Spider-Man? He's gonna be in your universe, but first you have to worship me as your goddess.
You're gonna meet him.
You want to frisk me again? You're gonna meet him.
I can't wait.
Cool.
I mean, if you're ever in New York, he's gonna be swinging around there.
Why New York? Why only New York? Why can't he go wherever he wants?
Well, I mean, yeah, he can't go because
He's a favorite neighborhood Spider-Man. He has his own jurisdiction.
he's a Spider-Man. He does whatever a spider can.
You know how spiders only inhabit New York? That's why.
But also, I have particularly fond of and have great appreciation for the mentally capable and the psychic powered type of individuals. I have great
That's
respect for
terrifying.
them, especially the good ones.
All the evil people, too. All the supervillains. All the murderers. They're going to be here, too. Exciting, huh? Things are going to be crazy. So many innocent people are gonna die at the hands of Magneto. Pretty cool, huh?
Ride
Onslaught's gonna terrify you from the inside out.
nears its end. Chris drops
Wow. And in order for this to happen, I have to worship you as a goddess? You need to go to jail.
one final bombshell that will surely leave the officer with a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Darkseid's gonna rip your universe a new asshole.
So I am married interdimensionally with my husband, Magic Chan Sonic.
I'd rather that not happen. How do I prevent that? Do I lock you up? All right. Way ahead of you.
My brain went blank on the word there, but anyway, I am also polygamous.
I like how the subtitles figured that one out. I'm Polygalus. I'm the Greek Roman officer Polygalus. I'm all these things.
Yeah. I am also polygamous, married to Gazelle Roshu and Sylvana Roshu and the one and only Mewtwo, the one that was cloned by Giovanni's team.
My head hurts. Shut up, sir. You have the right to remain silent. In fact, you now have the obligation.
In Team Rocket, as featured in the first Pokemon movie.
Chris Chan, whose legal name is Christine Chandler, was taken to the Central Virginia Regional Jail and held without bond
I wish this
after
was
being charged
longer.
with incest. The victim.
Yeah, can we not? Let's just save that for last. Let's drop this bombshell at the end that he's being arrested for raping his mother.
Was alleged to be Chris's mother. On August 8th, 2023, 2 years after the arrest, the charges were ultimately dismissed.
Cool. What a world. His friendly headmates were apparently the judge. Anyways, that's sad. Gonna save that bit for the end. He raped his own mother 2 years ago. Charges were dismissed on time served because his mother was so catatonic and out of her mind that she literally couldn't even testify. And to this day, the rapist motherfucker is living in a group home with a bunch of people very similar to Ethan Ralph, who are just orbiting star fuckers who can't get enough of rapists and pedophiles, because that's the kind of people they're into and the only people they respect. If you're a nobody on the internet, I don't respect you. If you're a rapist and a pedo that people know about, you're one of my favorite people. Oh, that says a lot about you. What is? So this is the TikTok lobster man. I saw this on Twitter when I was spending too much time on Twitter the other day. And I sent this over to It's a Gundam. This might be the subject of the next TikTok brain rot video. Speaking of Gundam videos, I need to start editing.
The Lobster Man. Food TikToker under fire for wasting plates of lobster at $80 buffet.
Another
I
Ralph
fucking
Mail
hate people
dub.
like this. Like, even removing the fact that he's an influencer, right? Because there's plenty of people who aren't influencers that go and do this shit. They try to do, like, the most pedantic nonsense bullshit, and they ruin it for everyone else. Literally ruin it for everyone. A food TikToker is facing backlash after attending an $80 buffet only to ignore staff instructions and waste multiple heaped plates of lobster. Lewis, who goes Mr. Lewis on the social media platform, describes himself as a luxury connoisseur who frequently posts content for his 1.6 million followers, showcasing him making pricey purchases. And I'm going to play this video, and the only thing I could think of when listening to this man is, how the fuck does he have 1.6 million followers? There's no way that's legitimate. There's no way 1.6 million actual human beings said, yeah, I want to watch this person. I want to watch this piece of shit. Whether this means buying the most expensive menu item at a restaurant or booking a cruise ship's highest price room,
Is she gonna
Lewis
play the video?
spends big. However, a trip to a Vegas casino saw the
Yeah.
TikToker in hot water as he wasted stacks of lobster offered at an $80 buffet, all for the sake of content. I gotta pause my music here, hold on.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh well. Can I have more lobster or not?
Hold on. I tried to full screen it and then it opened in a new tab.
Yep.
Oh well. Can I have more lobster or not? Can I have more lobster?
Yes, he is he's an urban style gentleman, and by the looks of him, someone who huffs farts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh well. Can I have more lobster or not?
You can have more lobster once you have completed these, sir.
I have to eat all this first. To be clear, the rules are that I have to finish a plate before I go back to the buffet.
This poor hipster man here, being shown firsthand the end result of coddling people like Mr. Lewis.
For the lobsters, yes. We have a sign right over there.
It says one per plate.
Yes.
It doesn't say you have to eat the plate before you come back, though.
What was that?
I wasn't even talking to you. Who are you? Who are you? I wasn't.
You don't have 1.8 million followers on TikTok. Who are you? Sit down. Stop making me feel shame for my actions. I hate when people do that.
Talking to you?
Sir, will you just please?
The casino who be taking all your money has a problem with me taking some lobster all you can eat. Stop playing with me. So I'm here at the Palms in Vegas trying to put.
The casino be taking all your money. Stop playing with me. Like they don't take any of my money. They take money from people who give them their money. Like you go, here, have my money, and they go, thank you for the money that you're giving me. That's not, they taking all your money. Don't play with me.
Put y'all on to the good spots. You know what I'm saying? And the
it sounds like he sucks a lot of dick.
Manager comes over to my table like, excuse me, are you gonna eat all that? The rule said one piece.
I hate.
I hope he gets like massive heart failure from all this cholesterol from the seafood.
This person. And
I hate him. I hate him too. Everybody hates him. This is why I thought Gundam should have like a TikTok compilation and have this fucking dickhead be a part of it.
If you haven't figured out, I think he might be about to explain it. But if you haven't figured out, it said one lobster per plate. So what he did was he stacked up the plates. So he was carrying like 6+ plates at a time, and then put one lobster per plate on the top plate. So technically, it was one lobster per plate, but he is doing it in the most like pedantic manner possible. And it's people like him that ruin not just buffets, but any of this like little caveat stuff for everyone, all right? At the beginning, he stacked multi. It's because he had multiple plates. So it was one per plate, but it was because he was holding multiple plates. He's a smartass. Yeah, it's what we call a dick move.
Piece per plate. So that's exactly what I was doing. I would get one piece, take it back to my table, and then go back and get another piece.
Okay,
Hey,
here he's right. He's lying, right? Because at the beginning of the video, we saw him with the multiple plates and the multiple lobsters stacked. So he wasn't going up with one plate and one lobster, going back to his table and going back for a second plate with a second lobster. And even if he was doing that, it's the same pedantic shit.
Hope this guy dies of food poisoning. Doing exactly this. That'd be justice.
Douchebag vibes. There's no way he has a 1.6 million legitimate followers.
And after all that, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That lobster was busting. The butter has some seasoning and only $80 too. This deal is definitely worth it. But the way that they treated me,
this lobster was busting.
The way that they treated you much better than they should have. They should have kicked your ass out fucking immediately. Holy shit. Holy fuck. And also that deal is not gonna be there. You have now ruined that deal for anyone else who wants to come after you.
And then he throws it away. Who the fuck is filming him here? Who's holding the phone?
They treated holy fuck deal for anyone else who wants to come after you.
Be back here. You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here, please. Back here.
And so he's also just throwing out all of that lobster that he piled up and wasting a ton of food.
Like, those are living creatures. They died. They should have died for a reason. Instead, he just like throws them in the garbage. Like, this guy needs to get banned from literally everywhere, including life.
Make him eat the lobster without butter. Did he just fucking toss it all? He did. He tossed all of it in the trash. Staff telling on his ass. Staff in the background, like, you're not supposed to be back here. So not only did he throw away all of the lobster that he wasn't supposed to have because he was breaking the rules, but he also went back into the staff area to throw away the lobster in front of their faces because this is an egotistical maniac. This is why we need to bring back hired thugs that would people his ass.
Yeah.
He's trespassing, stealing, breaking rules. It's just like, I do not understand how you act this way in public. Protected class behavior much. Unfortunately so. Wasted like $300 worth of lobster. This happened before with, I think it was Red Lobster. I might be confusing it with another place, but I'm pretty sure there was like a Red Lobster, like all you can eat kind of thing. And so you're only supposed to buy the plate for yourself. Like you can't share it. And so there was a family that ordered like 2 of the all you can eat plates, and then they shared it with everyone at the table. And Red Lobster was like, "Well, you can't do that. You can't do that. Deport his ass. I don't care if he lives here." And thinking along those lines as well, it happened again. All you can eat shrimp. That was a very common. Oh, it was all you can eat shrimp. Thank you. Don't they have a different price for the kids? Probably.
No wonder these places go out of business. Like, what kind of recourse do they have? They just have to eat the cost. Like, that place would probably go out of business if it wasn't funded by a fucking casino. That's why we don't have Red Lobster anymore. Because of people like that. Before we get to this one, this is Club Doom talking about King Cobra and NAL, Mythica. I want to take a listen to this Gundam video about Borderlands, because I need to get editing. I don't want to be up all night working on this. Oh, different audio source. I'll go through the project file and see what I was sent along with it.
I was minding my own business on August 9th, then boom! One of my old videos got hit for making fun of the Borderlands trailer. I kinda paid it no mind. Then I was hit again on the 12th for the same video. I had every intention of ignoring Borderlands since it seemed like a film that was so bad it wasn't even worth pirating, let alone paying attention to. There was a reason why the film debuted with a 0 score from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, which I've never seen before in my entire life. And the only reason why it didn't get lower than a 0 is because there's no way to give a film negative points as of yet, but I think Rotten Tomatoes should look into it. So, out of pure spite, I decided to review this soulless, poorly planned abortion of a film. I checked the local big theaters in my area. They were all empty since the film launched. I'm not even kidding. So, I went to go watch Borderlands, and even filmed myself alone in the screening, because I felt like a millionaire. I was shopping on Temu. After wasting an hour watching this film, I've come to the conclusion that this is your bog standard movie video game adaptation where it's based loosely on a successful intellectual property and came out 5 to 10 years too late. Borderlands, the movie, is a mixture of Borderlands 1, 2, and maybe 3. Honestly, this film is all over the place. The original screenplay writer, after seeing the revisions that were made to his work, decided he did not want his name attached to it. So they removed his name from the credits and gave him some other name like, I don't know, Handsome Butt.
You know,
Butt Stallion.
I'm pausing the wrong thing.
Claptrap alone being voiced by Jack Black instead of...
You know what they should have done? If they wanted to follow the spirit of the games, they should have had it like a cel-shaded art style, like a Scanner Darkly. But we don't do that anymore. We make movies as cheaply as possible. That would have been expensive. That would have actually shown some care and love of the original franchise, but no. Then we would have blown into our hiring old lady budget.
Claptrap alone being voiced by Jack Black instead of David Eddings or Jim Foronda was proof enough that this would be absolute trash. The film wanted to throw in as many celebrities that it could afford as possible, praying to God that this would get more butts and seats, and I quote. Tiny Tina is the MacGuffin of the movie. Instead of her surviving her parents' torture and subsequent death, where she escaped with a grenade, I'm paraphrasing and keeping it short, and the events drove Tiny Tina insane, she is now a clone of the Iridians. I probably got the name wrong, but I don't care.
What?
And she was created by the owner of one of the mega corporations. Conveniently, the villain was also named Atlas. And the whole plan was to use her to open the vault of Pandora. This choice of character origin change doesn't explain why Tiny Tina loves explosives. In fact, many of the characters had their origins changed. So once again, your typical Hollywood adaptation where nothing makes sense. So you may as well look at it as an alternate universe. Did I mention that the girl who plays Tiny Tina is the annoying Latin girl from the Barbie movie? Yeah, this kid's movie choices are terrible. But it's not like she's a great actress, so what does it matter? Tiny Tina being the daughter of Atlas is obviously lifted from the character type of Handsome Jack and his daughter being Angel. There's also the orbital laser, once again the weapon of Handsome Jack that Atlas uses in the film. This is a really bad reimagining of a great villain and storyline, just completely condensed and homogenized. Kurg is in the film, and his origin story is completely skipped. He could have been the perfect candidate to be the one to do the voiceovers for all the scenarios. You know, Kurg's sane personality doing the voiceovers, because nobody hears Kurg's sane personality. You just hear the crazy version of Kurg. And that would have been funny and an inside joke, but whatever. Instead, they had Lilith do the narrations for what's going on like 3 times and then never again. Speaking of Lilith, she is now an old woman. She's also an Iridian, which she is the key to opening the vault. And opening the vault turns her to a siren. If you know the story of Borderlands, you probably won't enjoy this film. Now, long story short, she's the true daughter of the Iridians.
If you like the games, you're gonna hate this. What a great
Flashback to
idea.
childhood where her mother wasn't just a strong, independent, single mother, but she was also a brilliant scientist. In the video game, she was raised by her father, who then died, and then later on, you know, she got the siren powers. We're just moving on. That was in the comic book, though. Whatever. And let's be real here. Kate Blanchett was here to pick up a check, and it was painfully obvious from watching her deliver her lines in this movie. It was 100 minutes of wasted life. How Eli Roth thought geriatric action scenes with Kate Blanchett was what the movie needed to push it forward was just an absolute masterstroke of being completely and utterly disconnected from the cultural zeitgeist and reality. Did he not see the Dial of Destiny or Time with Harrison Ford's old ass pretending to still be an action man? It's nothing short of pathetic. There's a reason why black women easily beat up old people in old folks' homes. They can't defend themselves because their bones are made of paper mache. Kevin Hart plays Roland. This is the perfect casting for an SNL skit, if SNL was still funny, or a cosplaying live stream with Kai. Kevin Hart did an interview where he explains to you how he doesn't know what the hell his character is about. It's pretty funny if you watch it. There won't be a sequel to this film, so you don't have to worry about watching Kevin Hart, and I was about to call her Kathy Bates. I really don't remember her name. Kate Blanchett make out because, as you know, in Borderlands, Roland and Lilith hook up, but whatever, that's a different... Who cares? Who cares? None of this matters. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Kevin Hart is like the male love interest.
She might have been the only person in this whole film
What
who
are
had
they
some semblance of
doing?
an idea of what her character's personality is, because Tannis has autism and she sucks at human interactions. To keep it short, Atlas is the big villain instead of Handsome Jack, so I call him Blantsome Jackass. That's as far as I'm going with that guy. He really didn't matter. The movie starts off with a bad fight scene.
Hey.
Short jokes for Kevin Hart. Big funny. The movie doesn't follow the lore of the video games, so the whole opening segment doesn't make any sense to any viewer, whether you're new to it or you're a fan of Borderlands, because it kind of just has this vibe like you're supposed to know what's going on off the rip. Then we get the Kate Blanchett old girl boss energy.
Hawthorne with
There are
the
more
horns.
filters on her face than a Brita water pitcher. Basically, her fight scene was with a bunch of men half her age and 2 to 3 times her size, and she takes them out so incredibly easy and fast that it was just absolutely ridiculous. She was large and in charge the whole time. Man, oh man, it was great. You could tell by the sound of my voice how much I enjoyed it. Pandora looks like San Francisco. What a treat. The actors have absolutely no chemistry together, and it felt like I was watching a low-budget streaming service where everybody was there to just make a little bit of money and then walk off. This movie was the longest hour and 40 minutes of my life. If you told me I was watching it for 3 hours, I would have believed you because it just seemed so painstakingly long. But it really wasn't. Borderlands is a nonsensical waste of film.
Gonna need to
Pacing
download the
issues that can be
trailer.
best described as attention deficit disorder meets the popular Midwestern drug known as speed. I can only imagine how much footage they left on the cutting room floor, because nothing made sense. It was just so discombobulated. Needless to say that the writing was predictable. It had very Birds of Prey energy, while attempting to mimic the Guardians of the Galaxy, not having 1/10 of the charm, witticism, or chemistry of that cast working together. Every attractive female character is played by a woman past her prime by a minimum of 20 years, which was the oddest choice one could make for such a film, considering how much Rule 34 there is for a lot of the female characters.
I'm gonna have to do some research there. Shit.
Who would have been perfect for this role if it was 1994 and not 2024? I guess they really had to stop the male gaze at all cost. It's gilf energy all day and all night. There's one point where Cate Blanchett yells at Jamie Lee Curtis about Curtis leaving her with bandits when she was a child, and all I could think was like, both of these women are incredibly old. Like, who's the younger one of the two? What is this? I'm supposed to be getting youth and energy from Cate Blanchett, and it really doesn't have that vibe. It more or less felt like the Golden Girls in fucking space. Later on, we find that Tiny Tina isn't the special one, and that Lilith was the key the whole time. But remember, Tiny Tina is still special, but just in a different way. It was very touching and moving. I couldn't wait to peel myself out of my seat and piss ferociously on the side of the movie theater. I'll say that Borderlands is a very female-focused film where all the male characters have absolutely no agency. Even the villain felt like some sort of background character that was never really a threat in any real way at any
I love the
point in time.
Borderlands
I think
movie.
Handsome
You know what I
Jack
hate though,
has been the villain
men?
that this film needed to push it forward,
I love
but
Borderlands.
to flush out a
It's my
character
favorite
like
video
Handsome
game.
Jack, this movie would have to be a
Fuck
trilogy,
men.
and there was no way in
This
hell
is
this
this
was
is the target audience.
The ending was very open-ended, just in case someone at the studio lost their mind and was crazy enough to greenlight a sequel, which will not happen. This film's really bad. I've never heard of Eli Roth till now, but he's a perfect
What?
example of failing.
Never heard of Eli
upwards,
Roth.
because
He
this
made
film should be enough to kill his
fucking
career.
Cabin Fever.
But it looks like his entire career is basically releasing movies that bomb. And this is another feather in
Probably
his
his
cap. I really don't know what to
best
say about
movie.
this. One news publication had an opinion piece called Borderlands isn't the worst movie of the year, despite what the internet wants you to think. And I'm going to say that this is probably one of the worst films I've ever seen. It might be one of the worst films ever made, actually. And the fact that it only made $8 million when they are praying to God they do $10 million in a weekend says a lot.
Yeah, probably.
This isn't going to make its money back. This is a complete
That is weird. Like,
loss.
he's mostly known for just like grindhouse movies, just like super gory movies, but for some reason they thought he'd be good for Borderlands, a franchise about just like guns and explosions. It's like, you should get an action movie director for that, not a grindhouse movie director. So I'm gonna have to gather visual material for this behind the scenes, and I have to keep an eye on the clock because I'm gonna be on a podcast. Hooray! Here's Club Doom talking about King Cobra, the real king.
Doom, we're the new line.
Jeez. ESP, the king of hate, is gonna have his crown stolen from him by another king, June.
Live action Ralph Bakshi romantic comedy of the year is coming in nicely, YouTube. Judging by my YouTube analytics, chances are you subscribe to my channel through my coverage of Chris Chan, Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon, good old CWC from Ruckersville, Virginia. But what some of y'all Zoomers probably don't know is there actually be a wide variety of similarly eccentric online figures out here, known as lolcows, with King Cobra JFS, the topic of today's video, possibly being the second most popular lolcow on the internet. If the Chris Chan saga be Dragon Ball Z, then our gothic bad boy wizard Josh here is Yu Yu Hakusho. And recently, Bull just had one of the most hilarious sagas in a fat minute. And similar to how I believe reading Sonichu be a good start when looking into Chris Chan, this IRL romantic comedy probably the best starting point when looking into Cobes.
For a drink. Alright.
King Cobra JFS is a self-proclaimed wizard and wand manufacturer from Casper, Wyoming.
Leave Yu Yu Hakusho alone. It's comparing it to 80 lolcow is insulting. We can move on.
but he's mostly known for his vlogs and live stream, where he brews the most insidious potions and concoctions to ever be mistaken for food or drink hacks.
Caramelized onions be like... These bowl of the garlic cheese, and we're going to melt it and then drizzle it on top of our steak. So I'm going to take this gravy and barbecue, or not barbecue, black gravy and steak sauce going on. Oh, look at that. Got about 34 seconds left, and the cheese was definitely starting to melt. Oh my f***ing God. Sweet baby Satan, look at that.
Melted cheese on top of like
Close look
Salisbury
at this action
steak.
Before we do our final 2 steps here, or 3 steps. Look at that. Look at it. And we're going to drizzle the caramelized onions on top of that melted cheese. Like, this just looks ridiculously unhealthy, YouTube. And of course, it goes without saying, some goddamn bacon bits. Look at that. All the bacon, the cheese, the gravy. That just looks delectable, man.
No, it doesn't.
You get some, like, rolls to go with that to soak up any of the excess gravy. That'd be a hearty meal for
Damn
sure.
it.
I'm gonna strip some of this gravy off the edge real quick.
Why did Stringa crash? Why did it have to crash?
All the grease from the steak has congealed with the gravy that I made with the sauce.
And then just let the acid
Oh,
elixir
no.
slowly melt his innards from the inside out. In an alternate timeline, King Viserys JFS would have just yoinked the molten gold from Drago's hand, chugged it, and said, "Needs more country. Cannot slay
Okay.
a dragon, tubes." Late 2023. Things weren't looking good in the apartment complex. I mean, Gothic Cobra Clock Tower headquarters. Online trolls had discovered his address and were door dashing him cat litter and hemorrhoid cream by the truckloads. He was also still trying to get over the loss of his bearded dragon Puff, whom he only had for like a month or 2, because Josh Saunders here dead-ass Timmy Turner levels of bad with pets. And to top it all off, roughly 6 years ago, during a magical duel against Justin Bieber, Bull was hit with one of the most powerful forbidden incantations of all. The dry spell. Bro couldn't get some for the life of him. Long gone were the days of people scratching their heads, wondering what in the name of Ozzy Osbourne Stephanie saw in this grease wizard. For obvious reasons, this dry spell would become a major point of contention for Josh, and a rather common stream topic of his at that.
Leon Mitchell, not quite sure how you pronounce it, she made a video response to one of my dating advice videos. Oh my God, that face, no. That women and men. That face, no. What's wrong with the way I look?
When men haven't had a girlfriend in like 3 to 4 years, they get told you need to get laid. But when a girl hasn't had a boyfriend in 3 to 4 years, it's different. They don't fucking shove it in her face. They're just like, yeah, sometimes they do.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Hey, yo, check it. We reacting to a reaction of a reaction.
Inside a simulation, inside a taco, within a Taco Bell, that's inside a KFC, within a pineapple, under the pineapple, under the pineapple, inside, these biscuits, inside,
And then I'm reacting to that.
inside a simulation, inside a simulation, inside a simulation.
But then, from the darkest depths of
I've never
the
seen that
bar,
before.
where distorted samples of Jamie Foxx singing "I Got a Woman" could be heard echoing from the pillars of a nearby cave, a new bog queen would arise. Meet Jessica Ann Boyle, and no, not one of the Boyles from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a YouTuber and streamer who go by the name Naked and Laughing. They linked up, heck, she even gave him the wrench. She even started a GoFundMe to fly out to Casper, Wyoming and meet Josh. Only one problem.
What am I doing?
Jessica be an absolute
what a siren.
nightmare. If you was to walk into an enchanted library, pick up a dictionary, read out loud the word dysfunction, and through the mystical powers of the magical book card, it manifested into physical form, that Jones still wouldn't hold a candle to this crazy bitch. Even menial daily tasks turn into Herculean feats when Boyle involved. For example, Jessica, could you please turn off the lamp?
That's why you have to choose your associates wisely. It's like watching Cobra try and open a package.
Well, I mean, it's off. Why it chained to the ceiling, though? And Josh was just casually inviting this into his home. Now, given the internet be a tactical insertion kill streak power-up for con artists, Logan Paul, most onlookers suspected Jessica would just take the money and dip. In fact, she was already salty that Josh wouldn't just give her the money himself to fly her out to where he lived. This caused a huge fight and a potential breakup before they even met for the first time.
So I'm officially done with Jessica Naked and Laughing because she's going on stream. She's going on stream saying I have an ego and, oh, I'm just so ugly, poor me, wham.
Well, that's what happens when you're indoctrinated and have cognitive dissonance. Duh, stupid.
Jessica's a little too emotional for my taste. I'm sorry. Okay, I tried to make it work, but she wants to spin the tale how she's gonna spin it. That's her deal.
What do I need green gun? Made with love. What does that mean? You sound stupid.
When I was talking to her, and I wasn't being mean about it, but I did call her out on her shit without being mean about it, she would get so mad and she would threaten to break her phone and not go live again.
So when people that I care about the most are lying to me, fake caring about me, fake, not real.
I've barely known Jessica for a month, and she's already talking about wanting to marry me and have kids, and we haven't even gone on a first date yet. Yikes. And then on top of that, she's like, well, if Josh rejects me, then I'm just going to stay single the rest of my life. And I'm like, way to gaslight me and make me feel like I don't give you a chance. Honey, you're almost 40 years old and you still live at home with mommy and daddy.
Ooh,
and
savage.
By their grace, they're giving you a roof over your head and they put up with your really manipulative. And second of all,
this is before they were broken up.
Are trying as hard as they can to break me and Jessica up in the first place. And third of all, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you heard the bull. Even in a drunken stoop, Josh is able to see the warning sign, especially that third point. He really drove it home there. But y'all know what no action do to someone?
It's alright.
They don't call me Messy Jessie for nothing. And look, it's just beating.
No.
Yeah.
I could never be a pretty princess.
You're my pretty princess.
No.
She would stay at his crib for 8 days, and it was interesting.
If it happens, Josh. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Okay. If it happens, we're gonna have beautiful babies, okay? You're little fucking fans of people. And I'll be the mother, obviously. Duh.
So is Jessica pregnant? Like, no.
Already? Jesus Christ. I would drive them around if I had.
Yeah, that is what it is. And I wouldn't let
Yeah,
you
there's
drive
what
after
it
you're drinking
is
like
and
that.
stuff like that.
Josh, I would never
Of that
drink and
nature.
drive.
I would hope not.
We'll take it, yeah, because my name is Jessica, not Kate. Thank you. Yes.
Stop with the.
I
stop,
can't
Stop
stand
hitting
it.
the. Stop hitting the buttons, please.
No, I'm not reading. I'm not hitting any buttons, Josh. I'm just
You don't
scrolling
gotta yell.
up.
You don't gotta fucking yell at me. If you need me to scroll up, I can
Josh,
scroll up.
how am I yelling at you?
You were just yelling at me.
No, I was not. No, I wasn't. We're in my chat one night when I played this for you, but maybe not. Lilith. You know who Lilith. I'm right here, and I'm not flashing anybody.
They cops the cops.
Because his trolls rule his fucking line.
No, they do not. I rule their
No,
life.
You know what
they
I
don't
mean?
rule my
Josh,
life.
How happy are you?
I'm not complaining.
I want to die.
Let him speak for himself. Okay, Darth, what do you think about me in the 10 minutes you've met me? Speak your truth.
Human.
Oh, thank you. That's what I say too. Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm so dead right now. Oh my god.
Not you. Dusted, baby doll. Dusted. Dusted, vacuumed, bleached.
I didn't ask her to do it for the record.
Hey.
She's like, I want to do it because it's fair my OCD mad. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine.
We both have our own little OCDs. I've noticed at least one of yours, and I'm not here to judge
You're all a
you,
bunch of
and
slobs.
You know mine. I'm not here to judge you. They literally would cry about your dusty console. So I don't ever want you to think I'm Josh!
Oh, that happened.
Josh!
It's all
Josh!
good.
No, stop! You're spilling it all over yourself.
Okay, let me fucking. It's all good. It didn't mean to happen. Accidents happen. Happy little accident.
I love how it go from the happiest day in Cobra's life to him slowly getting more and more annoyed to him just being blackout drunk while Jessica just straight up hijacks his channel. And I mean hijack. She knew his password, she was demodding people while giving her own mods the wrench. She even muted the stream when Josh's dad Clint showed up, which is a cardinal sin in the Cobraverse. Eventually though, she had to return home, and as she streamed herself screaming like a banshee in the middle of the airport,
I didn't get kicked out a fucking gate early. You're as fuck.
I've got more
That's why
content
you're
coming down the
stupid.
pipeline. But until
You're
then,
dumb.
I'll see you
You're literally
degenerates next time.
it was more than obvious to everyone. She gonna be a massive problem. Jessica would return home to her parents, where she continued to turn menial tasks, such as bathing, into a spectacle. But just as it seemed like Josh could get a break, she would immediately return. Might come as no surprise, Jessica don't exactly like living with her parents, and the feeling's mutual.
What did I What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
It's done now. Are you happy?
What did I do?
Are you happy?
I didn't do anything! What have I done? What have I done?
I wouldn't be surprised if all three of the Boyles were in on this plan. It ain't like any of them exactly happy with their current situation. So with that in mind, Jessica practically moved herself in, and she made herself at home the only way she know how. by screaming and breaking windows, and allegedly flooding the laundry room at the apartment complex. Not helped by the fact she caught Josh watching adult entertainment, and she was not happy about that. What was supposed to be a fun second visit and celebration of homie's 33rd birthday became an absolute nightmare. And to really drive it home, I want to put you in the shoes of Josh's neighbors. Imagine living in the same apartment complex, and you just have to hear this day in and day out.
Nobody is fucking talking to you. You're doing this crap to yourself.
Leave me alone. You just said, oh, Richard, shut the fuck up. And I said, I wish I'd shut the fuck up. And you said, make me. That's not what I fucking said.
Okay.
Just leave me alone. Quit harassing me. Quit talking about me. Quit harassing me. Quit talking to me. Quit talking to me. And you, Josh, you literally made stuff about me twice. I don't care.
I haven't.
I don't give a how you carry you. Cook your shit.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you offering me the big face. I'll use it. Would you please stop?
I haven't done anything.
You're yelling at me because
I haven't yelled at you. You're judging me, telling me how to tell you.
I'm not yelling at you!
Just
I don't.
Obviously you care, otherwise
I don't.
you wouldn't
No, stop!
throwing toilet paper in the
God damn it! Stop it!
Would you stop yelling at me, please?
I'm not yelling. You've been judging me for the past.
No, I have not.
You've been judging me for the past hour. Say I'm doing this and that. Stop it!
So that pen doesn't matter which one of you.
Stop!
Would you stop yelling?
This shit's not. Stop!
Would you please stop yelling, Jessica?
Will you stop?
You're the one that chose not to get it.
God, too ridiculously immature.
Stop yelling at me. That's all I did.
I'm not yelling at you!
Right now you're yelling. Would you please stop? Would you please stop?
People in a relationship.
Jessica, calm down, please. Just calm down. It's gonna be okay, Jessica. It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be alright, honey.
I'm not doing anything, Jessica. I'm asking you to please calm down. That's all I'm asking.
Do you hear anything out of me? Stop it! But I'm going like this. Stop it!
Okay. Please just calm down. It's ridiculous.
What did I say? I don't care what you cook out of. Leave me alone. Stop judging me.
I'm not judging you,
I don't care what the fuck you cook out of.
I'm not judging you, but you please stop shouting.
They quit telling my shout. I was talking to you in a normal.
Oh, my friend, I wasn't talking to you in any certain way, Jessica. You misheard it.
Oh, I have to rewind it. Okay, that's fine. I'll rewind it then. Josh, I don't care.
Could you please stop stomping on the floor? This is what got me in trouble in the first.
Then can you please be quiet? It's not on mute. I don't care how
I do care because this is unnecessary.
care.
I'm asking you to please quit.
I don't care!
I'm not doing anything.
I'm being quiet. Stop. Stop.
I'm not saying to be quiet. I'm just asking you to stop yelling.
I don't care. I'm being quiet. Stop. Stop.
Not
Stop.
doing
I'm being
anything.
quiet.
I'm not
I'm being quiet! I'm being quiet!
Come on.
I'm being quiet!
Cook it.
Are you though?
I don't care.
Obviously you care what you would be talking about.
Don't care.
I'm sure there's two sides to this.
You know what I miss from McDonald's? They're pull-apart donuts.
Would you be shocked if I told you Josh received an eviction notice after this visit? Yet, despite this, Josh would continue to be with Jessica and blamed his eviction on the trolls. Even though the trolls' tactics had never really changed, if anything, they's the controlled variable in this situation. Only thing new here was... yeah, that. But the Cobster wouldn't let this get him down. Bull was still looking on the bright side of things.
I get posted up in a new spot, I'll let you know. I'll make a video and be like, I'm back. Stay alive, stay alive. I'm a woman's man, ain't no time to talk. Only when I move into my new place, the trolls aren't gonna have my address for a long ass time or ever if I can help it. And then what? You're not going to be able to send me stupid shit through DoorDash anymore.
So there you go. King Cobra JFS still has a girlfriend, still streaming and making videos, and now the DoorDash orders can finally stop because the trolls will no longer be able to track him to and it's Clint's house. You know that couldn't last long. So Clint then bought a trailer for Josh to live in. And with the new Cobra lair coming in nicely, tubes seem like things finally back to normal. You know, except... There ain't exactly such a thing as normal when Jessica Boyle involved. And then finally it happened. The fight that would end it all. You see, they was always kinda arguing over who drank more, as both parties be notorious alcoholics. And it came to a head during this one Twitch stream.
Because I wake up and drink doesn't mean I get blackout drunk every time I drink, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to give me shit about this, we can have this conversation.
I'm trying to pour this alcohol out, and you're calling me a bigger alcoholic than you, and that is not even...
Because I don't get fucking blackout drunk every time I drink, Jessica.
It's not every time I drink. I'm not even trying to fucking do anything, so please stop this. You literally said I'm a bigger alcoholic than you, and no, I'm not.
Oh, so I'm the bigger alcoholic? Fuck.
You brought this up, Josh. I did not. You're the one calling me a fucking alcoholic to begin. I don't ever say anything to you.
Jessica, at least I can admit it. And that's why I've been cutting down on my drinking. I made a 6-pack last 3 days. I acknowledge I'm an alcoholic and that I need to cut down on my drinking. I don't need your opinion to acknowledge my opinion, you know?
Okay, good. I'm glad you don't need my opinion. I'm glad you don't need it. So what, now you're gonna ignore me?
I thought you were glad.
I'm letting you finish because apparently if I try to interject my thoughts and have a conversation with you, you say something
If I'm not even done, I know how conversations work.
This is the manipulative crap I'm talking about.
I know how conversations work. The thing is, you're not even letting me finish.
You don't. If I try to have a conversation with you, you say something, I say something. I'm a piece of because I won't let you finish your thoughts.
Where do I ever call you names? I do not call you names. Stop making stuff up. I don't.
I'm not accusing you of calling me names.
So let me finish what I was saying really quick.
YouTube, it's your boy King Cobra JFS, and I'm officially single again. The reason why I chose to break up with Jessica Boyle is because I'm sick and tired of her emotional manipulations. Right now she's on Twitch talking all this shit about me, and it's like, I don't appreciate it. Instead of being like, oh, I know, how about if I wait till I'm off Twitch and me and Josh could talk about this like mature adults and not drag the entire world into it? She does the exact opposite. Quite frankly, Jessica is emotionally manipulative, and on top of that, on top of being emotionally manipulative, she's easy to troll. And she is so fucking delusional, dude. Every time we'd have a fight and I try to interject my thoughts, she would get mad and say, I'm not letting her finish her thoughts. And then when I would put the microphone on mute and just let her talk, why are you ignoring me? So I'm like, which is it? Jessica claims to be all about communication. So how does communication work? One would add that if I talk, you talk, you talk, I talk. It's called back and forth. It's called communication. And I'm done. I'm physically done. She's on Twitch right now spreading lies about me and trying to derail my fame because she knows I'm right. I blocked her mom's number. I blocked her number. I blocked her messenger. I blocked her from Facebook. I've unfriended her and changed my status to single. And it's like, Jessica, honey, no guy's gonna want you because no guy's gonna put up with your crazy bullshit. And isn't it funny that when I bought Jessica that fire opal ring, she was all crying like, oh my God.
Yeah, that is funny.
Jessica,
Wait,
what's
what?
the matter? And she goes, oh, these are happy tears. You're the first other half to buy me jewelry. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the first boyfriend that Jessica's had that's bought her jewelry just because. That's what guys are supposed to do. And I'm like, you know what? I've been very patient with Jessica, and when she accused me of shit that I wasn't doing, and then gets me kicked out of my apartment.
He said it. He said it. Rare Cobra W. I mean, if you could call it that. Clint now is landlord, and now we finna have to board his trailer up, because his crazy ex planned to fly out to Casper for a third time on the 19th.
I blocked her. Her number and her Facebook.
No, she's got no way to get a hold of you.
Nope.
Everyone in chat
saying we're broke up and she needs to knock it off.
Everyone in chat is saying that she still has a ticket to come to Casper and she's still going to come there.
She said she wouldn't do that unless she didn't want me to.
Who bought her a ticket, dude? Is she buying it herself or does...
A fan bought it.
No shit, dude. God, it's gotta be expensive to fly from fucking Virginia to you. So are you bummed about, like, how do you feel, dude? You feel...
A lot less stressed about it, to be honest.
Was it getting, like, hairy towards the end? Like, it was just too much?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she doesn't listen to you about trolls and shit like that, dude.
I tried telling her, but she wouldn't fucking listen. She's doing it to herself. And I think it's like you said, she craves the attention and she can't handle it. You said it.
But hey, at least you get to bond with Now's biggest troll, Jessica Messica. Now the tides have turned. It weird seeing a lolcow do a reaction stream. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. As you could tell, at the time of recording this, it ain't the 19th yet, so I'm gonna have to leave it off there. Shout out to Bite Size Cobra Vids, Boglum Chronicles, Pettybird, all the chroniclers and archivers. I'ma link they channels in the description. Also, shameless plug, I got a King Cobra JFS themed mixtape, made it with my homie Black Brains. You ever wanna hear a Dialect inspired song about dank mac and cheese? This Club Doom's signing out, and I guess I'll see y'all on the 19th, YouTube. Sweet nectar.
You could realistically
tomorrow?
date an 18-year-old because it's legal, but it's not as fun because you can't take them out for a drink. All right.
What?
Because you could realistically date an 18-year-old because it's legal, but it's not as fun because you can't take them out for a drink. All right.
Facts. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I do.
All right, what else we got here? There was a better Rich documentary than the June the King documentary. People were saying. Let me see if I can find that really quickly. It had a very distinct thumbnail. One second. I'm still collecting videos to go along with the Borderlands video. It's like a... Here it is. It is from Mikey No More. Take a look at this. They want to check this out.
Have you ever thought about how insane it is to actually get a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers? That's a milestone the vast majority of content creators on YouTube will never come within arm's reach of.
Thank you, Joker.
And people don't really put respect on it like they used to. The average person has at least a dozen.
I wanted to include like cutaway clips backing up the notes that I was saying, but I wanted to get the video out, and I thought it was long enough. I've already had to cut down a 4-hour-long video into like an hour and 20 minutes. I wanted people to be able to sit through it. That's the biggest criticism, is like I can't stand any of the people in this video, and I'm like, yeah, you gotta do it though. You gotta make an effort to correct the record.
Million plus channels.
And I think that's the reason why I'm going to be on That Being Said later today, is because of that.
In their subscription.
I'll try and keep my cool. I need Ann Layton here to ground me. Keep me from going off on these people.
Feed by now. It's not like back in the OG days when only guys like Fred were the big boys on the block. Now you got Titan-sized mega channels like Mr. Beast walking around. But let's keep things in perspective here. Only 2% of authors who submit their manuscripts will get published. Only 1% of people who contract pancreatic cancer will survive a decade. Only 0.03% of content creators on YouTube will ever make 1 million or more subscribers. You literally...
We're at 800 and I think 4,000 on the Gundam channel. At this rate, we'll get 1 million in like, I don't know, 2027. We're gonna work on it though. We're gonna get it done.
have a better chance of surviving the deadliest version of cancer than you do of getting a sub count with it.
Well, 800,000 is still pretty impressive, I think. Like, what's the percentage of people who reach that, even?
At least 7 digits. Even with modern sub inflation factored, getting a million plus subs is still a very big dick behemoth worthy accomplishment. You are officially in the I won the game of YouTube club if you manage to pull that off. Which makes it all the more fascinating when you find one of these 7-digit bit dick behemoths like Review Tech USA's and watch them die in real time. Oh sure, an ancient YouTube channel like Fred's, there's nothing surprising about that channel being dead. Niggas were signing the Constitution when Fred was still relevant. But somebody who was relevant...
That's funny. Kamala's using slogans that were used by the Nazis, but Make America Great Again, that's the terrifying slogan that we need to watch out for.
Recently, who's been uploading recently, who's had videos that have broken 500,000 views recently, and whose channel still continues to die an agonizing death. That's something else entirely. Some people who've been paying attention to RTU and his recent shenanigans might conclude this death is just a result of a self-inflicted wound by Rich. A YouTube kamikaze, if you will. And yeah, that definitely plays a part. But after autistic amounts of research, I've come up with a new hypothesis. That Review Tech USA's channel has been dying for years, and what we're witnessing now is just the equivalent of a man entering the last stages of a terminal illness that he's failed to properly treat. It is now getting
Just
his
like Phil.
ass. Eaten from the inside out. Don't believe me? Well, if you've got the time, I've got the receipts.
Gay shit.
Yay.
As time
Isn't
moves
it
forward,
funny?
we get so far removed from certain events, we forget that certain things that are taboo now used to be
Relax
pretty
your
common
ass.
back in the day. Like monarchy, slavery, child labor, and most of Review Tech USA's content actually involving him reviewing tech.
Okay, here's what comes in the packaging. You get the game console itself, 2 infrared wireless controllers.
Now even back then, when Rich's internet alias wasn't a suggestion at best, his first video on YouTube had nothing to do with reviewing any tech at all.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and this is in response to Deadman7257 on what makes gamers different.
Still, this was a very straightforward YouTube channel. Console reviews, reviews of computer parts, going over specs for new consoles, and some miscellaneous gaming news spliced in between. You know, just a basic tech channel. And his initial slow growth reflected that too. Just breaking 300 subscribers was worth celebrating.
Special day. Why is it special?
Why do you have to make
special
such gay
because I gotta bring
noises?
these games back for the Atari 2600 because that guy on Craigslist was a jackass. And it's also special because I've hit 300 subscribers.
That voice comes too easy
But
for
it was
him.
during this time that a few of Rich's bad habits started to crop up. Just taking a peek at the most popular vids of Rich's channel in 2012.
By the way, I'm putting together another one of those like costume voting streams. So I was putting some together initially. We got the Zenless Zone Zero lady that everyone loves. We got Neferpito. And the rogue from X-Men Evolution, which everyone loves. So whenever I got a free moment, I'm going to be setting these up. And we'll have another costume vote stream. This is a pretty good Batgirl from Gotham Knights.
What do you see? Clickbait, politics, videos that aren't related to tech or gaming news at all, and oh, this little masterpiece right here. Xbox 720 will be smaller, more affordable than Xbox 360. This used to be the most popular video on Rich's channel by far. And it's hot left out in the Mississippi sun trash. In it, Rich repeats a bunch of news about the then in development Xbox 720. Now all the Zoomers in the audience are probably looking confused because you don't remember crying to your mom that your big bro wouldn't let you play on his Xbox 720. Well, that's because it didn't exist. It was one of those mythical speculation consoles that people like to spread rumors about back in the day. Rich's gullible ass actually believed these types of rumors about Microsoft putting out a console that would somehow be superior in every way to the 360 while still being both smaller and cheaper. And the video's just him regurgitating a short 4-paragraph long IGN article, which itself is regurgitating the final paragraph of a Tumblr post, which itself admits in the first sentence that everything he's saying about the new Xbox is just literally rumors and speculation. So the source for Rich's video is just
pure fiction.
We made it up.
It's fiction. We made it up.
That's quality journalism right there. How did Rich's audience respond to this? After all, Rich said at the end of the video.
So what's your take on this? Do you think Microsoft can make a next generation console that's actually cheaper than the Xbox 360?
It must have been a tough crowd because the comments have been shut down for almost as long as the video's been up. Obviously the video itself's never been taken down, because that would have fucked up with the ad revenue and algorithm. And if there's one thing you're going to learn going forward, is that Rich hates leaving any money on the table. Now you might say, Mikey, you're making a really big deal about one poorly researched video from over a dozen years ago. But look, it's not about the video itself, it's about what it represents. This wasn't just the first video of Rich's to break 100K, it was the first to crack over 500,000, his first real viral video. And it didn't come from him reviewing tech or giving carefully vetted info about some topic he was really informed about. It came from him shitting out a half-assed video on a subject he did less than zero research on with a clickbait title slapped on it. And when people started calling out how goofy he looked, rather than own up to it, he fought niggas in the comments for a while before shutting them down entirely. Because he didn't want his lazy, viral, clickbait-ass slop of a video to be besmirched by valid critique. The clickbaitiness, the reliance on rumors and speculation, the lashing out at valid criticism. These are the bad habits that Rich would ruin himself with in the future. In summer of 2012, Rich had a problem. He was unemployed.
As many of you know, I just started a new job, and not even a month into it, I was laid off.
Well, technically, he wasn't unemployed because he still had YouTube, which according to Rich, was the most reliable job and paycheck he had had since he first started his channel in 2009.
I haven't had a job that was a good job since 2009. I've had a steadier quote-unquote career on YouTube. YouTube has been my safeguard. YouTube has been my safety net. But I'm going 110% with this, with YouTube. It's, when I put more work in, I get more out of it.
So Rich was like, fuck it. No more YouTube is just a hobby shit. Our guy locked in and amassed over 10K subs in the half a year between him getting laid off from IBM alone. He even finally did a face reveal as he was approaching 16K subs.
Hot. This is such a weird face reveal. The weird angle that he's doing here.
Reveal as he was
this sort of like weird angle he's doing with like the side eye where he's not directly looking at the camera. Like he's like, this is the best angle possible for me. I better just like have just like my face like this, and I'll just look to the side and I won't turn my head. This is the best I'm ever gonna look. It's like you still look like a fucking goober.
Approaching 16K subs.
Hot anal horse porn. Oh, hi there.
Credit where credit is due.
And of course, anal horse porn. Huh. That's what he opens his face reveal with. It's like the DSP face reveal. You guys have been saying you want to see my face. First of all, you're all a bunch of... You know the word.
Rich was getting it in. And then, in February, Rich put out a now-removed video on his channel just called, I Need Your Help. I couldn't find the original thumbnail for this video, but allegedly, it was literally just the PayPal logo with the description having a link to Rich's PayPal.
Since Kickstarter thinks that a $600,000 My Little Pony Island is a brilliant idea, and me simply looking to raise a small amount of cash for a camcorder so I could actually do more things with my show isn't a good idea and didn't improve my Kickstarter project, I'm going to go about this the old-fashioned way. What do I need? I need a camcorder for the show, straight up. So what I'm asking for
save up and buy it
is
then.
donations. If you could give 5 cents, if you could give $2.
If you only have
I want to try to raise
$1
$500 to get a camcorder.
give me it.
I'm not looking for a red $20,000 camcorder. I'm looking for something basic, clean, 1080p, so I can improve my channel.
He wanted his fans to buy him a camera, not for him to buy himself a camera with the money he obtained from working and putting out videos. Nah, this nigga wanted to crowdsource some new equipment for nothing extra in return for the audience. Oh wait, no. Rich said he was going to donate some of it to charity.
Now, how is this not e-begging? You're like, Rich, you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing. A year from that day that I hit the 500, I will donate $500 out of my own money to a charity of your choosing. Period.
Rich, why didn't you just give your audience a link and encourage them to donate to the charity directly? Yeah, Rich didn't think this one through, either out of ignorance or because he was so greedy in the moment that he just didn't care. Like, a fan donating a camera to him would have been less sus than him just e-panhandling like a hobo shaking a cup with a PayPal logo on it. And this blatant e-panhandling didn't go unnoticed either, because Rich threw the critique of an old associate of his, the Blackbuster Critic. Blackbuster Critic and Rich had bumped heads a few times before, one time being when they debated the merits of PC gaming compared to console gaming. This new encounter of theirs during the eBeggar saga began with the Blackbuster Critic making a video about how he bought a new camera.
What's going on, guys? This is your Blackbuster Critic, and I'm here to do a product review of a camcorder that I have recently bought. A Sony HDR 260V. And let me tell you right now, it is a phenomenal camera. And I bought this with my own money. How about that? I didn't have to come onto YouTube and make a video begging my subscribers for a camera that I not necessarily needed but wanted. It does serve a purpose, but it is in fact my responsibility for my own equipment. So if there's something I need, I have the pride, the self-respect, and the work ethic to go out, work the extra hours, and make the money to buy the product that I feel that I need. I am not gonna beg my subscribers for money for something that I'm going to own. That's no shot at anyone in particular.
Now, Blackbuster Critic didn't bring up Rich's name once in his video. He wouldn't even mention him in the description or in any of the tags. But Rich, unable to resist some fresh BBC, still responded, because of course he did.
Hello, Blackbuster Critic. It's your old buddy Rich from Review Tech USA, or Review Beg USA. You've had some colorful things to say about me, but unlike many other people, I'm not afraid to actually talk to you on Skype. So, since you have a lot of things on your mind about me, let's just do it the good old-fashioned way and debate it live on Skype.
Again, the Blackbuster Critic never said Review Tech's name. So why did Review Tech automatically assume that he was talking about him?
Unexpected development here. But already this particular person has admitted defeat. He fell into a very classic trap. There's a reason why I mentioned no names in my previous video. You know why? Because the guilty party will always point themselves out. What I said could be applied to a lot of people. But this one particular person personally came to my video and was talking trash. I didn't mention his name, and nowhere in my tags was his username either. In the suggested videos, he's not there.
During this drama is where another notorious trait of Review Tech USA popped up. The mysterious flagging of YouTubers who harshly critiqued him.
For some reason, my account's getting flagged down by flaggots.
For some reason, several individuals who've been super critical of Rich have ended up with their channels struck over the years. Now, is it just a weird coincidence? Let's put it aside for right now. We'll be getting back to it later. Rich swore up and down that he didn't scam anyone. It wasn't a grift because he was donating part of the money he was getting to charity. I want to ask the audience that's familiar with Review Tech USA's content real quick. Can any of you recall any other occasion where Review Tech USA did anything for charity? Like anything at all? I can only think of one other time, like a decade after this, where Rich said he would donate to charity if he failed to meet his obligations to his audience.
If I don't get this done by August 1st, I will, on stream, donate to a charity of your choosing.
Yeah, he really used donating to charity as a punishment to himself. And it actually turned out to be a punishment, because when some of his fans later brought this promise back up to him after he failed to do what he said he would do, our mans got heated.
Lost in Gaming donated $5. If the guys that donated are cool with it, then whatever. Just don't make promises that you will donate to charity and not follow through with it. That's my only criticism.
You know, there's people out there fucking kids and
Whoa.
doing everything else, but here you go. Here is $15.30 that I donated.
If that's
So
happening,
suck
we can
my
just call the
fucking dick.
police.
So there it is.
We don't
You
know how to
see
make
it? Here,
videos
I'll
about
zoom
it.
in real fucking close. Here, just so you can see it. Just so you could fucking see it. You fucking brain dead loser virgin fucking retards who have nothing else better to do.
Rich doesn't care about charity. He only brought up the charity so he could get some good boy points to leverage against the fact that he was e-begging for a $500 camera that he was going to get a tax write-off for anyway, along with a tax write-off for the charity donation.
He got a camera. He got a tax write-off for the camera. And then you guys gave him a tax write-off for the charity.
So in the end, there will be no hole left in his pockets from any of this. All the actual investments came from his fans.
There's a reason why he didn't debate me. A very good reason.
Oh, and let's not forget how, during this whole saga, Rich made a video about buying some shit from Newegg.
Oh, Newegg. Now, I will say
this is still
the
such a
issue I'm
bizarre
about to
video.
talk about was resolved.
So many ways.
But it was after I screamed
Not
like
just
a
the
lunatic
gameplay video.
and was raging.
He pissed and cried at some poor customer service lady who eventually got
Everyone's
him a
gonna think I'm
refund and
cool.
all of his money back.
They're gonna be
Can
like,
guess
yeah,
how
you
much it
yell at
was?
that bitch.
Okay, this is a $450 friggin' card.
$450. Damn, that's only $50 short of the camera he had to panhandle for. But look, guys, Rich was in dire straits. He was so down bad, he was able to quit his day job around the same time and become a full-time YouTuber?
So holy shit.
I think one of my best gaming rigs was two 770s and SLI. That was a pretty good rig. I had that was able to hang for a little while there.
That's the only thing I could think to say to start this video off with. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing Review Tech USA full time.
Huh. Maybe Rich wasn't actually doing that bad. Maybe he was greatly exaggerating the state of his finances and using charity to grift some sympathy bucks from his audience. And you know what the worst part of all this was? He ended up going back to just using gaming footage for most of his videos anyway. He didn't even use
It's
the
what
camera.
his audience asked
What was
for.
even the point of you getting the camera in the first place? Now, fortunately for Rich, he got away with it. He didn't lose any subs or viewers. Even the BBC getting flagged got swept under the rug. Just like with the Xbox 720 video, all Rich learned was that he could be lazy and deceitful and still suffer zero consequences for his actions. That he could get away with straight up scamming people, even his own fans. And when you look at it like that, it really does explain where his mind was during the next few arcs we're about to get into. So it's 2014, the first year where Richard Masucci finally got to be Review Tech USA for the full 365 days of the year, with no bullshit 9 to 5 taking up his valuable time. Surely with all this extra time to dedicate to his craft, he could focus 100% on bringing us the highest quality content with some actual research behind it. Right? Put Review Tech USA in a Fallout intro, because just like war, he never changes. In early 2014, Rich got into some hot new drama by straight up slandering a gaming news site called PlayerEssence.com. Rich claimed that Player Essence was pro-censorship because they kept removing articles linked there that kept saying that Nintendo CEO Satoru Iwata should have been fired.
I haven't done a video like this in a while calling out a website ever since DualShockers back in the day. But I love to do it though, because when these guys, I'm a professional journalist, even though I have a hardcore bias and will ban anyone from hurting my feelings by saying something about Satoru Iwata.
Now he admits he doesn't really know anything about the site.
So it's a short paragraph. This guy, Furious Francis, I just found out his name about 4 minutes ago.
He also confesses that his information on the subject came from a trustworthy source, a fellow YouTuber named Blackbond.
So this is kind of an off-the-cuff video that I wasn't even going to make tonight, but I saw a Blackbond's video. Shout out to Blackbond. I'll have a link to his channel below in the description.
Now, Player Essence gave a very calm response.
Really? Review Tech? I mean, like, honestly, you would make a video bashing the whole website because of one statement that you saw through somebody else who doesn't like me. You admit that you just found out who I am 4 minutes ago from you making that video, but you still decided to make a video without finding out more about what I have to say. So you drop a video like that and say that I have a hardcore bias. The only issue is this. As a professional journalist, okay, I have to seek the truth and report it. It seems like you're a little upset because I don't want your opinion on Iwata posted on my website, which is my deal. So before you sit down and you make a video about something based off of what somebody else says, maybe you should actually check the source material and what you're talking about. Otherwise, you look stupid.
Rich never responded or owned up to the slander he made against Player Essence. He just ignored it, including all of Player Essence's messages towards him. Compared to the e-becking arc or the shit show we're about to get into next, this drama was microscopic, a blip that was soon forgotten about. But we still need to go over it because I needed you to understand that whenever Rich tells you he's heard some hot new gaming goss from a trusted insider, he just means some dude. It could be a bum playing on his Nintendo Switch in a dumpster feeding him this info. And this is what leads him to say stupid shit, like when he said the PS4 would have worse graphics than the Xbox One because Sony had bad network infrastructure?
I got all of this information from very, very reliable sources. I'm just gonna call them little birds. I can't even give you their gender, but I can give the information out. Some of it could be inaccurate, but from the sources that I got it from, I don't think they are, but I'm saying that more so just as a disclaimer. Now, you know about the whole debacle with Call of Duty Ghosts, how it's supposedly 1080p on the PS4 and only 720p on the Xbox One. Well, I have some bad news for all the guys who were hating on the Xbox One, but it's gonna be 720p on both the PS4 and Xbox One. And you wanna know why? Is because the online features of both...
Hey Draggers, how you doing? I'm not exactly sure when it's gonna happen. Sunday, that being said, is like around noonish, isn't it?
The PS4 and Xbox.
But I'm gonna be on That Being Said today, just so you guys know.
Xbox One.
It's gonna be a short stream. I'm gonna restream the episode on my Twitch like I usually do.
Versions of Call of Duty Ghosts is
in the meantime, editing this Borderlands video for It's a Gundam. This is how far I've gotten. I'm using the Star Wars Outlaws explosion thing. I like doing callbacks sometimes. Woo! This is when your YouTube channel gets flagged for copyright. Boom! Always editing.
Because their network infrastructures are totally screwed up right now.
Rich from Review Tech USA.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck?
Yeah, against my better judgment, I use Adobe Premiere. You know what really sucks about Adobe Premiere? Their text box doesn't have a spell checker. So I had to go through a couple passes on that Kino Casino video and just... Thankfully, I'm a pretty good speller most of the time, but I had to go through and just make sure. Even then, there is like 1 or 2 misspelled words. Just pisses me off.
Would you say something so fucking stupid? Your sources are fucking dumb as fuck. Okay, I don't know who these sources are. Madonna, Meatloaf, fucking Beyonce. Someone's fucking giving him inaccurate information.
This was so retarded that Shuhei Yoshida, yes, the actual Shuhei Yoshida, tweeted that Rich was so stupid. Just something to keep in mind going forward.
So stupid.
So we've caught Rich in one grift before. He grifted his fans into crowdsourcing a camera for him under false pretenses. Now you might say, Mikey, that was just a camera and his fans volunteered the money to him, so it wasn't really a scam. Alright, fine. But you know what Review Tech USA did that objectively, undeniably was a scam?
He stole $200 from Big Cheese, and I don't need to go into this story too much. I think we all know by now, but yeah, he ripped off Big Cheese $200.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you own a business or a brand, make sure that every business transaction you do is in contract. Don't mess up like I did. I had no problem with this guy at all. I supported his channel. I appreciated everything that he has done for me as far as my YouTube channel. There was no problems with this guy until money was involved.
It's summer of 2014 and Rich has a new problem. He's in need of a laptop that he can use to work remotely from his then girlfriend's place or wherever else he's away from home. He publicizes this need on Facebook, probably hoping that some simp-ass fan of his will just give him a laptop for free. A guy called Big Cheese, who runs a small gaming and commentary channel, sees an opportunity for some mutual back scratching.
A while ago, he was asking for a computer. I think in July. Yeah, July, he was asking for a computer. I hit Rich up. I told him, I got a laptop for you if you would like it. He was asking, well, what are the specs? Well, I sent him the specs, he liked it, so I sent it his way. And I didn't ask for no money in return. I just asked him, okay, could you put up my Destiny giveaway on your channel? He did. Okay, cool. The numbers coming in, people coming through, Review Tech sent me, etc., etc. And after all that occurred with all the numbers and everything increasing, I hit him up. I said, thank you very much. If you need anything else, let me know. We can do some more business.
In exchange for giving Rich a nice laptop he had, Big Cheese wanted Rich to advertise a Destiny giveaway he was doing. The deal was quickly made, with Rich getting his new laptop and Big Cheese getting his views. Hey, everybody got what they wanted. Big Cheese even told Rich to hit him up if he wants to do business again.
So a week or so passes by, and I hit him up. I said, I got a desktop for you if you want one. He was like, send me the specs and I'll check it out. So he saw the specs, he was like, okay, cool, send me one. I said, okay, well, in order for me to send you one, okay, let's do some business.
And just a week later, Rich decided it'd be nice if he had a mini desktop for a certain room in his house. Big Cheese happened to have one with specs Rich liked, so they made a new deal. In exchange for the computer, Rich would give Big Cheese another 3 months of promotion at the end of every video.
He said, okay, I'll put you in the end of every video for 3 months straight. And this started in July 23rd to be exact.
Now here's where the bullshit starts.
Well, the videos had stopped September 24th. So on my part, he wasn't living up to his deal. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't being a man of his word then.
Rich, for some reason, stopped putting out videos in late September, so Big Cheese only got 2/3 of the promotion he was promised. Rich was also supposed to advertise Big Cheese's Halo Master Chief giveaway on September 9th, which Big Cheese sent him all the links and details for.
The link to the giveaway, I sent him the information, all that he needed on September 7th. The next day, I hit him up again, said, did you get my giveaway? He said, no, I didn't. Send it again. So I sent it again. He said, I will post the contest tomorrow. 9 days later, I hit him up asking what's the update. He was like, oh snap, I totally forgot about the giveaway. He also stated, since I wasn't able to do the giveaway for
Oops, I forgot.
I'll make a dedicated video for your channel. Still waiting on that video, Rich. Where that though?
So after all this,
how often do I have to remind you?
Audacity to hit Big Cheese up for another desktop.
And then he hit me up, he was saying, yo, you have another one of those desktops? These things are super nice, super fast, and I like it. I want you to send me another one.
We're on computer number 3 now, and Rich still hasn't done all the shit he promised he would do in exchange for computer number 2.
And then he proposed to me, I guess 6 more months of advertisements in the intro, 5 advertisements per week. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. And then I hit him back. I said, you know what? How about 3 advertisements per week and $200? And he was like, he said it in fine print on Facebook. He said, all right, you will get 200 on the 10th of November and I will start advertisements Monday.
Bruh, you won't believe this, but Review Tech USA didn't uphold his end of the bargain. And what Rich did that would haunt him for years to come is that he didn't want to pay Big Cheese his $200.
Then the following week, which the 10th is coming up, I hit him up. I was like, yo, what's up? He was like, what's going on? I was like, just making sure that everything is in the place. He was like, I put one of your advertisements up. I was like, I'm not talking about the advertisement, I'm talking about the payment. Today is the payment for $200. He was like, we'll talk about that later. So he was like, I give you a 6-month promotion, but not a payment. If that's the issue, that's no problem. I send the PC back to you. So he said, well, if it's an issue, I will pack up the PC and send you a shipping invoice. Honestly, no hard feelings. Wait, what? I'm like, I agree to your terms of 3 advertisements per week and $200. 3 ads for 6 months. So he states, I don't see how I can justify paying you $200 plus to get you months of promotion when I have other companies that will pay me thousands just for this month alone.
I want you to take in this specific screenshot because it really is the embodiment of this lazy, greasy, Italian jar of greed built motherfucker. So companies are paying you thousands a month, Rich, but you can't give this nigga Big Cheese $200 motherfucking dollars you explicitly promised you would give him? Either Rich was just being a greedy bastard by reneging on this deal because he wanted literally all the money for himself, or he was capping like crazy about how much he was actually making, and $200 really was an earth-shattering amount of money for him. Now I don't know which is which, but I do know that Rich is very sensitive whenever his financial situations get brought up.
So I told him, I said, it's messed up how you can just flip things at the last minute. Matter of fact, on the last day, on the day of the due date. I told him, I said, I apologize if you're going through a financial crisis, but when I said something about that financial crisis, when I tell you he flipped on me, first off, no financial crisis. Secondly, I don't give a shit to keep the machine and pay out money I don't need to. That's called being smart. You get back your product and there's no contract. You seem like a man who was broke and desperate since we are calling out people's financials, but sadly that's not my problem. So before I say something really nasty, bite your tongue. You get your computer and take virtually no financial loss except shipping. The half-working computer you sent me. Don't get smart with me, boss, because I'm not in the mood. Let me know what you want to do. Did review tape just go full retard on me? Did that just happen? Oh my, wow, what's going on with Rich?
In the end, Rich ended up paying way more than he bargained for. After his scumbummery was made public to the world, he initially tried to fire back at Big Cheese, but it didn't go over well with his viewers. So Rich went with his go-to strat when the chips were down. He left it alone and waited for things to blow over again. But it wasn't going to work so well this time. This time, Rich had some real shit in his hands because this drama of his, as short as it was, gave birth to a self-righteous band of trolls who would make YouTube less of the dream job that Rich imagined it would be. Let me introduce the Big Cheese Crusaders.
How's it going, Past the Remote? I'm editing a video about the shitty Borderlands movie for It's a Gundam. I'm going to be on That Being Said later on today to talk about the what do you call it? I guess just DSP's midlife crisis. He is definitely going through... if you thought he was going through a midlife crisis before, he is definitely going through one now. Because holy shit, he's buying the studded leather jacket. He's doing the dark sunglasses. He's going vroom, vroom, vroom as he power walks around the neighborhood. He's really he's just being an asshole. And he thinks it's the new way he wants to be, and that everyone is so just mad and pissed off at him for it, when we're just pointing and laughing at him being a fucking goofy ass greaseball. The king's tax. Yeah, I know. Just sitting there, just leaning into the begging. You guys know me. I avoid the drama. All these other people, they do drama. They ask for money all the time. I'm never gonna do that. And just a week or two later, he's doing this shit. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, he's just going nuts. He's just absolutely insane. The upcoming June the King documentary is he's terrified. And he's just trying to change everything about himself before that documentary comes out so he can pretend the subject of the documentary is about someone completely different than who he is now. I think that's the major reason of what it is. He wants to be as different as he was from a week ago, so when the documentary comes out, he can just claim that the documentary might as well be making some fun of someone else. It's pretty crazy. It's not going to work. It's just going to solidify who he is to more and more people. According to Phil, it'll be coming out within a week, but of course you can't believe anything that he says.
The Big Cheese Crusaders allegedly were founded for the sole quest of righting the wrongs of Cheddargate and making sure ReviewTech USA would pay Big Cheese the cheddar he was owed.
I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe.
Now I say allegedly because, I mean, they didn't really care about that shit. Yeah, Cheddargate was the catalyst for their campaigns against Rich, but Big Cheese is to the ReviewTech USA detractor community what Crispus Attucks was to the American revolutionaries. Like, you really think the colonial Americans gave that much of a fuck that some nigga got blickied by the British? Furthermore, a lot of the A-logging shenanigans of the BCC really didn't jive with their just cause of helping a poor black man get his hard-earned money, even after Rich and Big Cheese.
Yeah, I hope a bunch of detractors do a react to the June the King documentary. I want like a really big one, like a big star-studded one with like 4 or 5 of the big names. Like maybe like, I say big names, but you know what I mean, because I'm a narcissist. Like me, Ann Lee, Dingus, maybe some people from That Being Said, like Snoot, Indrid. I think we need as many people as possible on this just to boost it and elevate it and just have a whole lot of fun. And that would piss off DSP so much. And so it's a good idea.
Cheese broke bread and made amends with each other. They still didn't stop.
I am here today with Big Cheese VG. This is actually a pretty serious thing
top talent like me.
I'm gonna have Big Cheese take over from here and explain the situation. So what the hell happened?
In regards to what happened yesterday while I was streaming Retro Tuesday, I do that traditionally. And while I was streaming, you know, the BC Crusaders, that's what they call themselves. How the hell you crusading me? But they call themselves the BC Crusaders. They spammed DDoS my Twitch page, a bunch of followers with my home phone number saying that my wife's a whore and then my mom has cancer and then says I have your mailing address and stuff like that. So it's been pretty much the cyber harassment, cyber attacking towards me. And then when I informed the dude, okay, how do you have my address? I only posted my P.O. box. He posted my real address on Twitter.
Rich now had a bunch of extremely critical eyes on him. If he said something that was bullshit, it wouldn't just fade out into the ether like it did before. Some troll with a ReviewTech USA parody account would pop up in his comment section and mock whatever dumb shit he had to say. If he said something dumb about tech, about gaming, about some e-celeb drama, the trolls would have that shit clipped and analyzed to death by the next morning. Tragically for the Big Cheese Crusaders,
they're a bunch of losers, right, Phil? Who would do such a thing? They should have happy lives instead, then they wouldn't need
A-logs truly are the joy killers, the well poisoners, the niggas who take this shit way too seriously and ultimately ruin the party for everyone else. Some of the guiltiest culprits of this flagrant A-loggery were 2 of Rich's biggest menaces, the ReviewTech Critic and Review Hell USA. Both of these fine Big Cheese enthusiasts made some of the most popular vids tearing into Rich, and they also got the most under his skin. Not only because of the vids, but because their campaigns to go after his sponsors, to get him banned or kicked out of conventions, to dox him, his friends, his family.
A Twitter user by the name of Review Hell USA, who says, "Hi Matt, you have been fully doxed. Only 2 people know the details of the dox, i.e. real name, addresses, family, businesses, etc. This information won't be released if you comply with our demands. You must make a dedicated video."
That's a good thing this guy's never gonna flag anyone's videos. Oh no.
Video apologizing to the Big Cheese Crusaders for your involvement in this video, and they're referring to this episode of The Verdict I did with Rich from ReviewTech a couple of months ago.
Review Hell USA would do petty shit like find what times Rich would go to the gym so we could call the front desk and tell him some nonsense that would ruin Rich's workout day.
Well, this morning at the gym, I got a prank phone call, and one of the trainers came to me and said, "Oh, someone's on the phone named John," and there's
that was a good line by Worski. Like, Rich ReviewTech going to the gym, that's the biggest lie of all.
Saying it's an emergency.
What's that?
Like, dude, just like get an exercise bike or like a treadmill or an elliptical, put it in your house and like do that an hour a day and cut your calories. You'll be a lot better off. Well, it was Planet Fitness. Oh, that's a good point. Planet Fatness. The gym with like the table with a bunch of donuts on it. Have you ever seen those before?
There's
the reason why it's called Planet Fatness.
someone that's currently at your gym and
This is the no judgment table where you can eat snacks. It's like, this is
I was wondering if I could
Bad
speak
idea.
to you. And it's an emergency.
Who did you need to speak to?
And his name is Richard Masucci.
This shit had Rich understandably tweaked, a little wrathful if you will. Enough so that he started calling out his detractors for boxing matches.
Hey RTU critic, let's settle our differences like men. This summer, let's have a boxing match between you and I and have it set up by Keemstar. You got such an issue with me, man. You got such beef with me. Let's settle in the ring. Oh, and by the way, if you don't come through and he actually sets up the match, you're a pussy.
If the BCC had just stayed away from this type of stuff
I
and
went to
focused
the
on
gym,
just
I'm tough
putting up
now.
bids exposing Rich, they would have been fine. But they got lost in that Italian sauce and
Hey.
hurt themselves in confusion. As it turned out, Rich's two biggest ops, RTU Critic and Review Hell USA, were the same British nigga on some autistic Richard the Lionheart type crusade against the Italian Sultan Richard Masucci. When Rich learned this, he tried to give the critic a taste of some A-log karma by counter-doxing him. After Rich came down from his vindictive high, he quickly removed the dox, not only because it wasn't a good look to his audience, but because people didn't believe he had the right guy, and Rich really couldn't prove otherwise. But the RTU Critic was exposed by the RTU Critic. See, one of those prank calls of his to Rich's gym got recorded. Rich compared
Hmm. Okay. Looks like the oh, okay, yeah. Looks like the that being said. Wait, what happened? Looks like, is that muted? Could you hear that? Sorry, it looks like the that being said episode is starting in about 10 minutes. So you know.
link to his alternate channel that led directly to the RTU Critics channel. And he just forgot he put the link there.
I've got another YouTube channel, guys. If you like videos like this, I'll be uploading them on my other channel only, and then 1AT220 is mainly for CryEngines. Let's click that read more button and see what happens. There's a link. Oh, look at that. The link that 1AT220, aka Jason Falconer, posted leads you to the RTU Critic.
Just brilliant Anglo IQ on display. Anyway, that was GG's for the RTU Critic, and also Review Hell USA. Just about every lol cow on the internet goes to war with their trolls at least once, but Rich is the only one I know who came out on top of this war with his detractors. It was a decisive Review Tech USA victory. But man, ain't it crazy how Rich was able to dox his biggest op that easily? I mean, Rich is a tech guy, sure, but is he really that good of a detective? Well, our guy Rich might have had a little bit of help from a third party, an information technology and security services provider called Shadow's Government. And no, I'm not bullshit.
Shadow the Hedgehog
Review
Government.
Tech USA really teamed up with a dude called Shadow's Government. Shit, he didn't just team up with him, he promoted this guy, claimed he was his channel's most important sponsorship ever. And they didn't even pay Rich. Now what could they have offered you instead, Rich? What could a guy who called himself Shadow's Government, who specialized in cyber hacking, and whose logo was somebody's stolen DeviantArt, the Shadow fan art, could have done for you that was more valuable than money? Maybe it has something to do with helping to dox your trolls? So about this Shadow's Government dude. If you managed to have gotten him to tell you his real name, he would have told you it was Michael Nusatelli. That would have been a lie. That was the identity he stole from this dude who is a doctor and criminal psychologist. His actual name was Todd Michael Nisley. Now Todd had a bit of a trouble with the law. 28 convictions actually. He claimed to be an elite hacker.
Now, if I were a bad hacker, which I'm not, I'm a white hat hacker, if I were a bad hacker.
And anyone who's been on the internet for a while knows that usually people who call themselves elite hackers are not elite hackers. In fact, Todd, while trying to find the docs of a guy, somehow ended up getting counter-doxed instead.
Is this Shadow? Is this Todd? This is Shadow. Shadow who? This is Shadow. What do you want? Shadow is your name? Yeah. Okay. Is your name Todd? Is there anything? Who? Todd. Todd Nisley? No. No, my name is Tom. Tom?
Now I know what you're wondering. Mikey, why do you keep talking about this guy in past tense? Well, that's because he's fucking dead, and he has been since 2017.
Didn't know that.
And ain't that just the luckiest thing that could have happened to Rich? The criminal he used essentially as a mercenary just conveniently dropped dead after helping him drive off his worst trolls from the internet. Now, I'm not saying Rich is a Boeing executive, but he is one lucky bastard. Rich employed a shady, wannabe hacker, literal felon doxer for hire, and got away with it. There are YouTubers and streamers who've had their careers light up like the Challenger for less. Yeah, Rich would only learn bad lessons from all of this. Real quick, we're gonna go through some things that happened throughout the Cheddargate era, because Rich was very busy. I mean, just look at those numbers. Now, a problem for Rich was that while his channel was technically always getting bigger, that YouTube paycheck wasn't showing the same trend. And with the Big Cheese Crusaders...
What's the topic of TBS? Probably was surrounding the Rich Review Tech reaction and the bad boy villain arc that DSP is going on.
Going after his sponsors and the adpocalypse hitting both during this same time frame. Rich had to keep finding new ways to bring in more viewers and better monetize his channel.
Oh, and probably Derek failing his driving test. God, that guy needs to be locked up.
One of those was by starting a podcast with the man, the myth, the nightmare of Zoe Quinn's dreams, Mundane Matt. Matt and Rich started a show together called The Verdict, where they offered the sharpest cuts, the wittiest humor, just the hottest commentary you've ever heard.
He thought, like, he was frisking him, he was filling his pockets, and I guess this guy's dick was so big that he thought that his mushroom tip, like you saw, he was like,
what the fuck? Why do we talk about dicks so much,
Rich hoped it would. So he just
why do you talk so much about dicks and balls and gay sex and butts?
He never told Matt that he was dropping the show because of the numbers. He didn't phone this nigga, didn't text him, didn't Skype him, whatever. Bro just quiet quit the podcast without ever saying anything. As we can see, Rich is still handling his business partnerships like a pro. So the podcast didn't work out, but that's fine. Rich had another plan. He was gonna get rid of those flaky ass third-party sponsors that kept dropping him altogether and start a Patreon. He has to run this by his audience because he's a little bit of a bitch and is deadly afraid of being perceived as greedy. This won't actually stop him from being greedy. He just doesn't like being seen as greedy. So first he's like, yeah, I'm not doing a Patreon. Something I found out left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I don't want to be associated with it.
Pause this. Stream's gonna go down for a second. It'll be back up, and we'll be looking at the That Being Said episode, and then I'll be back to stream some more. One moment. Set this up really quickly. You know how it goes. Okay. All right, all good. BRB.